I've just been on a really busy transit stretch from the checkpoint to here, crying the whole way. I haven't been this broken for a really long time, and I can't not make it. The amount of training I've done, I've got to make it to the end. If I grind my ass to a pace, I'm gonna try to make it. And then, when I rolled down the hill, not far down the hill, there was a warning sign for minefield. Not the best place to sleep. Trying to get to the next control. I don't know what I'm gonna do at that control to try to get me from that control to the last one. Let's get there first. I'm not feeling very good right now. It's getting pretty brutal, and I'm not sure how much more I can take of it, if I'm completely honest.
Can you tell me what brings you to Banja today?
I entered the transcontinental race last year. This was where I really wanted to get to, and I made it as far as Munich. My right knee was twice the size of my left knee, so I had no choice but to quit before the Alps. So I can fly here and come straight here.
What discipline did you choose?
The race, full distance race. Yeah.
What made you choose the full distance, the maximum distance?
Challenge. And I wanted the full experience. And I've already been chased by a dog on my first day. So a dog in the Balkans, I think it's easing me in gently.
Hey, it's fine. They're sweet. They just want to come.
It was good. It was quite fun actually.
How long do you think it will take you to finish the race?
I have no idea is the short answer.
Is there a particular place you look forward to seeing in Bosnia?
I saw a really beautiful waterfall shared on Facebook. I don't know the name of it, but I asked Nikita when he was there. I really hope that's on the route, and it is.
Thank you very much.
Did you really go after it and be hard?
You have no choice really. So Be Hard is a 1,200 kilometer unsupported bikepacking race. It's around the whole country of Bosnia. You cover some really amazing, beautiful terrain, really hilly terrain. And the first 7 checkpoints are known as the B, and after that it gets hard. And that's something like the first 700 or 800k. After checkpoint 7, it's mountain pass after mountain pass, ski resort after ski resort. 17,000 meters.
In the final...
In the whole race, in the whole race. And you have 3.5 days. So you don't really have any option to rest or slow down. It's a short race.
It's the time aspect that really drives the difficulty.
Be Hard felt like utter survival.
Wow.
So I had one day where it was pretty good going, I had good fun, really good fun, beautiful country. Second day, really sick. I felt really sick the whole way. I just felt sick. Throwing up. I don't know what caused it.
Yeah.
I think maybe the heat because...
I remember you saying how hot it was.
Yeah.
40 plus degrees.
43 degrees.
Wow.
I was really sick. And then going into the third day, for some reason I got, sickness went elsewhere. I was...
Yeah.
I was destroyed. And then got to checkpoint 8 or 9, and I could barely walk and stand up and push the bike, let alone ride it. So it was brutal. On day 1, the race started at 5 a.m. So I had an alarm set for 3 a.m. I had yesterday's pastry at 3:30, which did not go down very well. Not at 3:30 in the morning.
Are you ready? You didn't get any sleep?
Let me ask you, are you ready to be hard? All right.
That was exciting. A really cool start to the race. The neutralized start from the center of Banja Luka out to an industrial estate and straight onto this busy road, and we got about 50k to the first checkpoint. But it's relatively flat until a 12-kilometer climb up to CP1. Everybody's gone out quite quickly. I'm panting a bit trying to talk to the camera. So I'm going to go a little bit harder than I planned, but not too much. I really don't want to injure myself, cause myself some kind of mischief later, but at the same time, it's pretty cool this morning. Feels like maybe like 10 degrees. So I actually kind of want to make the most of this cool weather too. But I am excited. This is going to be a great adventure. This is the first proper climb on the course now, so 30 odd K along that busy road. And now I think it's a 12-kilometer climb up to Kozara National Park. I believe it's a World War II monument. Quite a steady climb at the moment. The graph does look red in a while, and that looks a little bit, yeah. This is a really beautiful climb. I've got about 6 kilometers left and grade of 8% average for the last 6k. It's not too bad, it's just beautiful. I really wasn't expecting the terrain to be so alpine. It feels like I'm climbing through California or French Alps, or it's so nice. And I think this whole climb I've seen maybe one car. Gorgeous.
How did it go?
Good climb.
Good climb.
Like, it feels like being in the Alps. It's much more alpine than I expected.
Reminds me
And
of...
4 or 5 mountains all the way up.
Are you tired?
Yeah. But not, you know, for a climb, I paced it, but tired as I should be. Yeah.
It's only 7:30.
Yeah. That's checkpoint 1 done. Quite a fast start, pretty quick on that busy road, and then a really steady climb all the way up, 12k, but it went pretty quickly. So now I've got my card stamped, got some food, some water, and the organisers have given me an extra camera, so I've got 3 cameras to work now. And then I think it's about 118k to the second checkpoint, so I'm going to get moving now. Let's go! Well, we are 130 kilometers in now, so less than 1100 kilometers left of the whole route. And to be fair, it's the easy end of the course, so I'm not going to get too energetic about the pace. But how is it going? Wow. Honestly, wow. I've been smiling the whole way. It's just amazing, this place. I really would never have thought this kind of terrain would have existed so close. I'm pretty lucky that I've been able to travel to some pretty amazing places. Places that when you walk into them, you're just kind of staggered with how amazing they are. And this is definitely on the list. And I've only been through 130k. I'm pretty sure I've got all the good stuff to come yet. I'm feeling so excited about the rest of this race. This is my kind of environment. I feel like I can probably push through the night tonight. I'm just excited to get through this course. But let's see. The first impressions, Bosnia and Herzegovina, absolutely stunning. But right now it is almost midday on the first day and the temperature is just creeping up to 30 degrees Celsius, so it is getting warm. The heat here, for whatever reason, just feels really manageable. I'm not sure why. When you're moving, it doesn't feel too bad. I'm sweating a lot. And we've done a couple of 10-kilometer or so climbs so far. And it's only really on the exposed, really steep climbs that it's quite a challenge. But actually, so far, it's felt all right. Let's see if I'm still saying that in a couple of days.
Just the person I was waiting for like an hour. So how are you doing so far?
All right, much better, yeah. I stopped for some coffee, like an iced coffee. I felt pretty good after that, going pretty well. But it's an amazing route, CP1 to CP2. It just felt like going through different countries, almost like a bit of Italy, almost like California in some places, forest.
Are you happy with your time?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Well, there's a lot of people ahead of you.
Is there?
I don't know how else to put it, but...
I'm not a natural bike racer, no. I came to this about 6 years ago, roughly. All of my childhood, never did any sports. Hated sports, to be completely honest. I left school, I was a smoker, drinking, really overweight, unhappy, and got a job in sales. I was driving something like 50,000 miles a year, stuck in traffic all the time and hated it. So I thought one day, I'm gonna buy a bike and I'll start riding to my new job. And really enjoyed that. So then I thought one day, there's a hill outside Portsmouth called Portsdown Hill. I'll try to ride to the top of that hill. And in my overweight, unfit state, I did it and was really pleased with myself. So then I thought, let's ride to Southampton, the next town. 10 miles. Then let's ride to London. And I started to get a real bug for long distance riding. And I thought around the same sort of time, maybe one day I could take on those ultra distance races I've seen online. Not anytime soon, but maybe one day. I joined a cycling club, I started making friends, really enjoying riding my bike, losing a bit of weight, getting a bit healthier and fitter, feeling really good about it. And I bought my dream bike, Canyon Air Road. And I took it out for a good ride on my birthday. And as I was coming back into Portsmouth, bang, I was hit by a car. And it was quite bad, to be honest. So on my birthday, rather than going out for dinner, I was having my face stitched up at 1 AM. I started to recover from that accident, and then about 6 months later, I was hit by a second car. So by that point, I was starting to think, maybe this isn't for me. So I started healing and doing the physio, and it took about 2 years to be fully recovered from both of those accidents. I still have some issues now. But I still had that gnawing feeling in my stomach that I wanted to go on adventures. So I thought, I'm gonna ride London, Edinburgh, London, and Paris, Brest, Paris. If I get through those events, then maybe I can take on some races. And I finished them both. After LEL, my hands were pretty battered, my Achilles were wrecked, but then got through PBP with no real issues whatsoever. So after that I booked onto All Points North in the UK and the Transcontinental race across Europe, and I scratched at both of them. Psychologically at All Points North in the rain and the cold I couldn't hack it, and at the Transcontinental race I had some injuries and I only got to the Alps. So after that I started to really think maybe this isn't for me. Psychologically I can't handle it, I'm injury prone, been hit by 2 cars. But then out of the blue I was contacted by Giovanni. He's my coach now, and he said that he might be able to help me achieve my goals. So we sat down and put a bit of a plan together for training. I carved out 20 hours per week for training, more than I ever have before. And I trained every day. I trained Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, every single day for 200 days in a row before getting to this event. So when I roll into checkpoint 2 feeling like I'm pacing it pretty well, the strongest I've ever felt, and I'm still at the back and another one is slipping through my fingers, it was pretty soul destroying.
Are you gonna try catching up to them, or?
These flies, and all the way up this climb, it's all over me. It's brutal. I don't know what's going on. You know what they say, sometimes you find motivation, and sometimes motivation finds you. Oh. Dan, how you doing? That is CP3 done, out of the way. And I'm on a slowly downhill now, which looks like we're going slowly downhill for quite a while. I think kind of rolling down towards Mostar, which is, I think, towards the most southerly point we go on this route. Covered quite a lot today, but it's going to get a lot slower. But I had a little pep talk from the media team at CP2, and he said there's quite a lot of people ahead of you, put it that way. So I checked and I was 43rd, so I decided to knuckle down and push on to CP3, and I just got there and checked, and when I was at CP3 I was 34th. So in that stretch I made up 9 places. It's pretty brutal, to be honest. Through the hottest part of the day, we got a lot of climbing coming later, but there was quite a lot of climbing in that section. Our first taste of long, steepish climbs. So I just need to chug along now on this slightly downhill section and see what I can do. Let's go. Oh dear. That was poo-poo. Hello. Ooh.
Welcome to checkpoint 4. What took you so long?
It's awful. I felt really sick the whole way. I did well at checkpoint 2 to 3. I made up about 9 places. But then I think 3 to 4, I just lost them all again. I just felt sick. I don't know what it was. I felt like I couldn't eat. But I felt better on the way down the descent. So let's see, sandwich and maybe a sleep suit.
Was the route tough?
Yeah, it was, yeah. A little bit unnerving. This isn't hard, but still.
What's your plan for tonight? Are you staying or going further?
I can go further, but maybe sleep in about 2 hours, 2-3 hours. Unless I feel better. If I eat and I feel better, then I might carry on. But I just feel queasy. Oh yes.
Do you want coffee?
Yeah, please.
With sugar or without?
Oh, that was nice. The team here are so lovely. I'll be honest, I can't remember if I talked about it already, but that last section I was feeling really sick, and not feeling good whatsoever. I just wanted real food, and they gave me a sandwich and some coffee and chat for a bit, and I feel a million times better. I just sat and researched somewhere to sleep and found a couple of car showrooms quite close by. I'm feeling pretty good now, so I'm not sure. I'll see how I feel when I get there. Can I get through without needing to sleep? I'll have a think, but because of the timing of this is really an ideal place to sleep. Although I am feeling pretty awake now. I'm not sure if it's worth starting that dodgy looking section now or waiting until the morning. Let's see. Well, it looks like we're riding on for a bit. I'm feeling pretty good. I've had some coffee, I've got supplies with me, and this section of the ride is marked in the manual as being intimidating at night, but I know it's exposed and there's no resupply and it's very hot in this part of Bosnia, so sometimes you get these waves of energy and you just gotta ride them. So let's see what happens. But I do know I'm seeing it through because I've seen 2 pretty big snakes on the floor, and I had some advice. Don't sleep in stony areas because that's where the snakes tend to be. So I'm gonna ride through and then see what I get at the other end. But right now I feel like I can ride for quite a while, so let's do it. Good morning. It's about 5:30. I think I slept in the end at about 2 o'clock. I just got closer and closer to the section with nothing on it and just started to feel a little bit sleepy. So I thought I'll get some sleep this end. I just found some real food. the first proper, real, savoury food in so long. Just some hot dogs in, look quite nice to be honest. But just, all I've had is like sweet biscuits and kind of junk food from garages and things. The actual bakeries are really actually quite few and far between, I think. I'm really struggling for food. So I'm going to eat these and then wake up a little bit. I've had a couple of iced coffees as well. That usually does a trick. But I haven't woken up yet. I really don't mess around out here. I'm on the Chiro. And it's the second of the biggest sections with zero resupply. Really exposed. Not seeing any water either, which is great. I've got plenty of food, so hopefully there's some water somewhere along here. I think I'm about maybe 30-40k left, something like that. It's really beautiful. I think it used to be a train line, and now it's a scenic route. But it's a long way to go with no water, so. It cannot come a moment too soon. That was a pretty brutal section. All I want to do is get in some shade to get out of the sun, but there's just no cover anywhere. The only option I got is to pedal harder to get to the control quicker. It is brutal out here. Whew. Temperature is getting crazy. I'm on the climb out of Tribunje. I've taken my base layer as a cover for my neck and my ears, and it's doing a good job of keeping the sun off of me and reflecting it away. The temperature on my Garmin is more than 42 Celsius. This is unbelievably hot. I just wish there was a bit more opportunity for shade, maybe a few more shops with ice cream. On the final climb of this stretch. It's 8 kilometers long. I really just want some food. It's mad how long the sections are with such little resupply options. I'd kill for a pizza right now. I've just eaten hardly anything today and ridden so many meters of elevation. Hey, people are friendly though. If only he was a pizza delivery guy. Wow, I was not expecting that. What reveal! I just came out of a second tunnel, a shorter one than the massive one, and it just opened out to the biggest gnarliest looking mountain I've seen for a long time. It's massive. The place is so cool. I feel so much better now being back in the lush, forested, water-filled side of Bosnia. A really cool place, but difficult to survive. Now on to checkpoint 6, which I believe is a restaurant, so if they haven't got food, then I'm really screwed. Let's see. Alright, that is checkpoint 6 done. And that was a good checkpoint. Coming out of that national park, so beautiful. And the checkpoint was a restaurant. And did they have food? Yes, they had food. So now on to checkpoint 7, which is actually the halfway point because there's so much elevation at the end. So now I've got a belly full of French fries, pancakes. My little fly buddies are back. So let's go. Good morning. It is day 3 and this is officially the start of the hard section. Everything up until checkpoint 7 they say is the B, and then everything after checkpoint 7 is hard. So now it's just mountain pass after mountain pass. So I'm gonna get some pastry in me, some iced coffee from the fridge. Starting to get some saddle discomfort, which is a bit annoying. On the way back in yesterday, it's the heat, unfortunately, sweat in the bibs, but hopefully I can manage that and it won't get too painful, but it was getting pretty sore. But first up, I think there's a short 5k climb and then about 70k until the biggest climb on the whole route in probably the next few hours. So let's see how that goes. I'm on to the big stuff now. I'm on a climb called Yaharina, which goes up and over the mountains to Sarajevo, and it's the biggest, highest, toughest climb on the whole route. I think I read somewhere it was like 50 hairpins, but we'll see. But luckily there's some cloud cover. Yesterday was absolutely brutal, so thankfully there's some cloud today. But I've had stomach issues, quite bad stomach issues for the last few hours. So having to stop every sort of half an hour, 40 minutes to go to a cafe or whatever and sort that out. So hopefully that's gonna be on its way out soon. I really hope. Let's get climbing. Thank God for that. I'm not sure if I'm missing things, but there are meant to be fountains all the way up these climbs. That's the first one I've seen, and it was about 15k up, which takes a long time. And I am thirsty. It's 35 degrees. So I think there's about 10k left for this section. Then it flattens off with sort of false flat. And then another 17k climb to the very top. It's quite a long way up. There's plenty of fountains. It's hot. Oh, my stomach is really not good for some reason. Really sick and yeah, I really need the loo. The toilet. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the heat. The heat yesterday. I felt sick all day yesterday. And then today, just need the toilet every half an hour. It's draining me, completely draining me. At least I'm finding water. And I got some bananas. So 30k to the next checkpoint. A lot of it's climbing. Oh, if I can just make it there, I can sort myself out. I'm not feeling very good right now. It's getting pretty brutal, and I'm not sure how much more I can take of it if I'm completely honest. I think it's the heat is just messing me up pretty bad. I felt sick yesterday, and today, stomach issues. I'll be completely honest with you. I had a couple of accidents and had to get the wet wipes out and sort myself out. I think that is not helping the hydration. I'm feeling really rough. And now we're on a climb that's 18 kilometers long. The flies are back. 18 kilometers long, and apparently there's no water anywhere on it. It's 36 degrees right now. 36 degrees, 18 kilometers up to a ski resort. I'm dying. Not literally. Oh, I'm getting the scratchy feels. Let's see. I think I just received a sign. Now let's keep on going. That's the point I decided I was going to quit, actually. Yahorina was really tough. I spent hours pushing my bike up, walking, riding, swatting flies with branches, and the flies were just driving me insane at this point. I've been dehydrated and sick for so long that I just spent 2 hours justifying to myself why quitting is okay. I've scratched over much less in the past, so I decided I'll get to the mountaintop, I'll roll into Sarajevo, and then I'll find my way home from there. But what happened was, at the top of the mountain, I bumped into two riders who I'd been kind of leapfrogging with for a little while, and they said to me, why don't you just come to the restaurant, have some food, and see how you feel afterwards. And I'd already messaged Nick at this point, the organizer, to say, I'm scratching, I can't do it. But as I sat, ate some food, and recovered a little bit, I started to think to myself, well, I don't think I can get to the finish of this race, but maybe I can roll into Sarajevo, find some supplies, and then maybe I've got one more checkpoint in me. Hello. I don't know if you can see me with the torch, but I did decide to push on. And a pep talk in the control. And I'm moving. But got to the point I couldn't keep my eyes open. It's 2:30 in the morning. And I was looking for a decent spot. I found a little shop that has a little awning. I was a bit worried. They kind of look like someone's house as well as a shop. So I don't really want to mess with that. So instead, I am here. Not really that keen with snakes and stuff like that, but I can't keep my eyes open, so I got no choice. Good night. Good morning. Welcome to day 4 of wherever this is. I'm on the final climb to get to the second to last control point, control point 9. And I bivvied at the side of the road, had 2.5 hours sleep, and got up pretty quickly. The second I took my head out of my bivvy bag, I was just mobbed by the flies again, in my ears and my nose. Just pack my stuff up as fast as I can and get out of there. And then, when I rolled down the hill, not far down the hill, there was a warning sign for minefield. So, not the best place to sleep, but I'm sure where I was probably okay. But I just couldn't keep my eyes open. And now I'm just basically doom marching my way up this climb, trying to get to the next control. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I don't know what I'm going to do at that control to try to get me from that control to the last one. But let's get there first.
During Be Hard, what was the hardest moment?
I had to get to the next checkpoint because there's nothing between me and the checkpoint. So I was pushing my bike up and over. It was just one of the hardest points on a bike I've ever had. But I made it to the checkpoint and ate all of my food, everything I had, really strong coffee. So that's checkpoint 9. The volunteers, they got away with words in Bosnia. They said, "What took you so long? Like, have you had a mechanical or something like that?" I said, "No, I just been sick for 3 days." So I asked him, people in this checkpoint right now, do you think they're going to make it to the finish and the cutoff? And she said, probably not at this point. So I was a bit gutted, but I thought, I'm going to go for it. And then the section of road after that checkpoint, I just broke down and cried, and I was just pouring with tears for about 45 minutes, thinking like, I can't not finish this race. And I said to myself, I'm going to push myself as hard as I can. I've had issues with my knees in the past. I'm just going to injure myself lightly, give myself some tendinitis maybe. I've got to get over those mountains and just make it at all costs.
I'm out of checkpoint 9, and I think I'm going to do it. I had a couple of strong coffees and ate all the food I have. I spoke to the lovely team again, and I feel like I can go. But we'll see. I don't really have a lot of choice, to be honest. I think between here and Vlasic, I've got to do it. But that's the checkpoint. And after that, it's all downhill. Pretty much. To Banja Luka. I've just been on a really busy transit stretch from the checkpoint to here. Really busy and just been crying the whole way. I'm just in a pit of emotion at the moment. I just haven't been this broken for a really long time. And I can't not make it. The amount of training I've done and not seen people, and I've got to make it to the end. I did not intend to cry for the camera, but I can't stop. I'm almost into the mountains now, and it's basically 2 big mountain passes, and that's most of the effort left. And then after that, rolling down to Banja Luka, And if I grind my ass to a pace, I'm gonna try to make it. This is the most difficult thing I've ever done. I'm not sure if it's just the event, it's really tough, or being ill for 2 days just reduced me to a bit of a mess. I don't know if I'm gonna make it inside of the time cut right now, but that doesn't really matter at the moment. It's 11 PM. I'd like to get there before that, but I just want to get there. Wish me luck. Alright, there's one climb down. That was 19k, that one. And the one I'm on now, just starting, is 17k. So then once I've done that one, I'll be pretty much onto the final main climb of the whole thing, which is to Vršić, I think, a ski resort. That's the final checkpoint. So I'm just trying to push on energy-wise. I'm a little bit better because I think the weather's turned all English. So not fantastic, but a lot better. So I'm going to push on now. Let's see if we can make this time cut. And finally onto the final mountain pass. And down there is Travnik, and that way Vršić ski resort. And I really didn't think I'd make it this far. I really did not think I was going to do it. But it's a bit of a spicy climb. 15k at about 8%, I think. But there's no turning back now. And once I get over this, it's basically all downhill, mostly. It's Banja Luka. I am tired. Let's do it. 10k in now, and 10k up the climb. I got 5k left. There's not a lot of let up on this climb, but I'm managing to keep the pace and try not to stop. We're nearly there. And also, it looks like we're about to go into the clouds. Maybe. That'd be cool. I'm pretty sure that's Travnik down there. 2k to go. 2 kilometers to go. Almost there. Well into the clouds now. That's pretty cool. 200 meters to go. Oh yes. Well, the final insult. Boy, it's freezing. It's quite cool being up in the clouds, but I'm over it now. It's taking a while to descend out of them as well. Oh. Well, that's all the controls done. I'm just now heading back to the finish, because you've got to go from checkpoint 10 back to the finish of Banja Luka. And this road is torture. I heard the phrase like patchwork quilt. Literally a patchwork quilt.
You've made it.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And you finished within the time limit as well.
Just.
Yeah. Well, that's quite
So happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Then you had,
Yes. Extremely hard.
hard.
But you also were planning to scratch maybe a CPA. But before that, you were
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
ill, didn't know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
to do.
I was lucky, really lucky. I didn't think I was going to recover. It was amazing. This was brutal, but worth every kilometre that I need time to process it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And then, but he came here, with his mind set on finishing. So yeah, it somehow captures the spirit of Be Hard, and that's Andy Connelly from United Kingdom. I believe the correct term is you were 99% quitting, but 100% finishing. Yeah, and you finished. Congratulations.
Crossing that finish line felt just astonishing to me. Finishing this race was everything. And I never did injure myself either, which was amazing really, considering how hard I had to push to get over all those mountains to make it in time. I really thought I'd be injured, and I just put that down to the amount of training I did in the lead up to this event. And crossing all those mountains, I couldn't help but think about that, all of the work I put in over the months leading up to Be Hard, but also climbing that hill, Portsdown Hill, all those years ago. The amount of effort it took me to climb 1 mile up my local hill, and then suddenly I find myself in the wilds of Bosnia, climbing mountain after mountain after mountain. In some ways it kind of felt like the end of a long story, but the reality is I've got about 3 weeks to recover after Be Hard, and then I'm racing 4,000 kilometers across Europe.
Right, Andy.